Okay, I'm Melanie Manigat. I'm originally from Mammoth Lakes, lived there for 4 years, and I'm the founder of Part-Time Babe Club.
What PTBC started as for me, as far as my memory goes back, it started as hot laps, like between all of our friends. It was just like a way to get everyone together and riding the same chair at the same time. It was really hectic. Like there would be like groups on 10 chairlifts in a row, and some people maybe didn't even show up for the PTBC meetup, but they ended up riding with us anyways. And we were all just hitting laps so hot and like learning new tricks together, and it's really evolved from that into more for women and building community outside of like whatever skill level you're at.
I met Mimi at a hot springs in Mammoth, and then we became friends. We like DM'd each other, and we started hanging out. And then through her and Alex, they had met Mel just through snowboarding at Mammoth. And they were like, oh, this girl's gonna let us stay at her house in Crowley. And I was like, what? Okay, she doesn't even know me, but that's cool. And then we just started like sleeping on Mel's floor and like going up to Mammoth.
It's a funny story because I was at the Mammoth skate park for the first time, and I saw a girl skating around the Big Bull on a carver, and I really wanted to try it. And so I asked her, and that's how I met Mel.
Part-Time Babe Club got started one beautiful morning when I was riding the chairlift up by myself over Unbound here at Mammoth. I was seeing a couple girls that I knew and some new girls hiking a tube, and they looked like they were having the most fun, and I knew that I just had to somehow be a part of it. And that's when I met Savannah, one of the girls who is in Part-Time Babe Club. And she was just so welcoming and friendly and inspiring that I had felt something that day that I could not walk away from. From that moment on, we had become really good friends and just continued to ride every day on the hill together. Next thing I know, we're just kind of lapping through the park doing the same thing, hiking features, and we're meeting more girls. Met Mimi, met Alex. You could just feel the energy of these girls coming through the park and the smiles and the cheering on, that we all eventually started connecting with each other through the park. We became really good friends through this mountain.
Fast forward like a few months, and we all just like spent our first season in Mammoth at the same time, and it was very organic the way we all like got together. I didn't get into action sports until college, really, and wow, has it changed my life, because now every single day I wake up and I'm like, am I gonna surf, skate, or snowboard? Because I need to do one of those things to be happy.
I would say that snowboarding has brought me a lot of friends that I probably never would have had.
There's something about the mountains that really humble you to be in tune with where you're at in that moment.
To be stoked, it's like, once you start it, it's like you're addicted, because it combines like nature and beauty and being outside with like the community and the culture of it all. It's so sick.
I've been on snow my whole life. I didn't live in a mountain town back then. Initially, PTBC started as like the four of us riding together on weekends and just kind of like doing our park thing and sometimes jumping off of rocks.
It was less about riding by myself. It was more like, where are the girls riding? Like, let's all meet up together.
I think the Babe Club mindset is just like hot girl shit.
Everyone tell me I'm crazy.
I think it's kind of this ever-evolving thing going on here. I think that people like the vibes, you know? I think the vibes are really good.
It's been pretty sick to just be able to like ride with homies, encourage people to hit park or hit things that they would not usually hit, and kind of get over that fear.
When you have other girls that are like down to do the tricks that you want to learn, it like makes it more realistic for you.
I think the coolest thing I've seen and the most hype I've felt is when I get either like friends or even random girls that are not as experienced in park riding or skateboarding to learn a new trick and stick it. We get it on film.
My favorite part about riding with friends is just like egging each other on. If you don't have that, you are unlikely to try something new.
Telling me this is how the girls turn up? Then I'ma stick with a girl.
There's a lot that goes into like getting people together at a ski resort. It's definitely easier to plan a skate meetup, that's for sure. But getting people together on hill once you do succeed is so worth it. We provide a lot of photos and filming. That's a really important piece, being able to give members their first photos of themselves snowboarding or like their first clips, because they might have never had that in the park. We structure all our meetups with like a meetup breakout session where we like kind of network, and then we go right into like the progression riding. And we always end with awards and like giving people little accolades for the day, hyping them up. It's a hell of a time. I would say our #1 value is definitely community and progression. I think we're really like skill-based, and we want to see women land tricks that they want to land, you know? I think Part-Time Babe Club exists because there's a lack of women in the action sports community, if you were to compare it to like the amount of men. That's why we're here, to show these women and prove to them that like, if we can do it, you can do it, and why don't we just do it together?
Our original mission is to gather women together. Personally, I feel it is important to include men and non-binary folks as well. I just keep hearing about how much men need community more than women. Strong believer in like everyone is invited. Society's changing. Board sports as a whole is moving in that direction as well. Just kind of like, yeah, women are equals. We should all get paid the same when we do crazy shit on our snowboards, that kind of thing. So I like to think that Part-Time Babe Club is just kind of moving in the direction of the rest of today's society and the world at large. In the process of women being like, yeah, we're strong and independent and like, you know, we run the world now, like Beyonce, whatever. Let's just heal and bridge the gap and just like bring everyone together.
As a result of Part-Time Babe Club, I've seen women finding their own friends. Like that's kind of what we're here for. Just to provide a place where you can meet those women that will drive up to the mountains with you every weekend if that's what you're looking for. Because that's what we found at PTBC, and so that's what we want to give to other women. What PTBC can show women is that they're not alone. Like there's so many women out there just like them that other people might think are crazy if they want to like change their lives and make it all revolve around snowboarding. But I hope that if they would come to a meetup, they'd realize they're not alone, and there's going to be a whole lot of women that want to go with them and seek that journey as well.
I think one of the biggest things we all encourage of each other is to just be a part of it and experience what it's like to be in a space where it's okay to be scared, because we're all scared. We're all humans, and we're here to like just feel what it's like to be excited about something that we love so much and share that feeling with each other. That is probably one of the greatest gifts Part-Time Babe Club has given me, is just to create these friendships and grow together.
What keeps us together is just like putting our friendship first. We're a bunch of girls that are working together for fun and like for this mission that we believe in. We've been working on our structure, figuring out like everyone's roles to make it smooth sailing.
A while back I said, you know, when's the last time we checked in with everyone? How's everyone doing? Checking in is a huge piece for sure.
I love meeting the new friends, seeing the old friends, pumping up the chicks. I love pushing people to try new things, like we just pushed you today, Avery, to hit a box for the first time. And seeing a girl like do something for the first time, it's like me learning the trick for the first time. I know that's a cliche and everyone says it, but it's still f***ing awesome.
Staying positive, keeping the vibes high, being encouraging. If you're here, you're a babe. Show up.
And that just translates to like, you're just happier and more content with your life and probably more confident throughout the rest of your life too, because I do find that board sports and learning new tricks and different things translates to having a stronger sense of confidence in the rest of your world.
None of this would have been possible without support from the members who keep on coming, the brands that are giving us gear so we can give more access to people in the community.
Part-Time Babe Club is friendship, it's sisterhood, it's community, it's showing up for yourself, it's showing up as authentic as you are, it's showing up with courage to be vulnerable.
Our lives revolve around board sports. That's why we're inviting anyone else who shares similar values to join us, because I think it's a truly special way to live.